Hello and welcome to a short video blog of iForms 9 preview. My name is David Nakamura. I'm the Director of Quality Assurance here at MyCo, and I've had the privilege of working on iForms 9 for mobile devices, and we want to give you today a preview of what's to come. First of all, in iForms Designer 9, there isn't too much in the way of any UI differences that you might see here. There will be a few, certainly. But really, what has changed here in iForms 9 is in the background. When a form is uploaded to the server, there are changes in the way that the designer will embed an SVG image or a scalar vector graphics format image into the form, so that when it's viewed on a tablet device such as an iPad or an Android in our iForms 9 application, you will get a WYSIWYG or graphical type of format for every page. And so that's the biggest change that you will see in iForms 9 Designer. Now when it goes to the server, obviously the server is going to be able to handle requests from the clients. I am not showing the iPad actual device here on my screen, but I am showing you what it will look like in a browser. Once I actually do start a form, let's start on the financial account application. What you'll find is that it is different than the tabular format that you're used to in iForms 8. In iForms 9, we now have a graphical type format, and as you see here, it went straight to page 1. And let's talk about page navigation first. Right now we're on form page 1. If we want to go to the next page, you'll see that the next page, there's just a little bit of it showing here on the screen here. So if I go ahead and tap on that, what it'll do is it'll navigate to that particular page. And now I'm on page 2. If I need to go back, I can go here, just go ahead and tap on page 1. And so I can continue doing that, obviously, until I go to the next page. It always gives me a little blip of what page I'm going to, just as a reminder or to tell me where I'm at. If I click on any of the blue area here, when I do so, what it does is it sort of zooms out. It gives me an overview of the title of the particular form that I'm working with, and gives me, network activity. Those are pretty standard from iForms 8. We might be making some changes there. We're not quite sure. But it overall, it gives us a zoom out view of all the pages that are in our form, and allows us to see the page numbers and then also the page names. So I can go directly to a particular page that I wish to by clicking on it. So let's go back to page 1 and begin filling in a form. First of all, checkboxes, just as one might expect when you click on them, that they are checked. Here's some more checkboxes. Let's see, account number. When I go ahead and click on a text field, what it does is it zooms into the width of that particular field. So also on the iPad or the Android device, what you're going to have is the virtual keyboard pop up at this time. And obviously there's no virtual keyboard here on the desktop, but I can go ahead and click on or type in numbers on my laptop keyboard, hit backspace, just as you might expect. I can, these text fields are also formatted from the designer in such a way that they won't accept letters or just letters in this particular field. So I can, on my keyboard, I can attempt to type in letters and it won't do so. So you've got some nice validation and restrictions on what you can actually type in there depending upon the validation that's in the form. As I interact with the form, I can change my checkboxes. I can go to the next field here. Let's say this is Jim, something like that. Check on my checkboxes. And also on the iPad and Android devices, and I'm not able to do that here on the desktop, is I can use pinch to zoom into a particular area. So let's say that the text is small around this area of complete account title. I can actually pinch and zoom into that particular area, make my checkbox that I need to, and then zoom out using a pinch out type of gesture on those types of devices. So this particular form doesn't have any other form controls that I'd like to demonstrate, but let's take a look at another form that we have here, and that's the EMS short form. Go ahead and click on that. What it does is it goes into this particular form. This particular form has some drop-down list, pick lists, and so forth. That's kind of handy here. So this form also needs to communicate with the server. It's got some scripting that it needs to handle. Again, you can zoom out, and you've got page 1, page 2 with nice titles. I can go straight to page 2 if I need to, make some check marks as I need, and then it also has these drop-down lists as well, which the other form did not demonstrate. So let's go to page 1. On this particular form, there are some form scripting rules such as when you hit on canceled on route. What it does is it communicates with the MyForms server. The MyForms server is handling the form script in visualbasic.net for the particular form. And for this particular event of clicking canceled on route, what it does is it fills in the narrative here. So same thing, I can zoom in, I can type in as I need for those particular items. That pretty much covers the development state of MyForms 9 for the mobile tablets. Really appreciate your time, and if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot those on over to us at support@mi-corporation.com. Let us know if you're interested in more previews, if you're interested in beta, if you've got some current solutions that you'd like to see this implemented for. Let us know your ideas, and we'll go from there. And once again, thank you for your time.